why millions of Americans have mentally checked out of work, and why nobody's talking about it the right way. You wake up, you log in, you do the bare minimum, you clock out, and deep down, you just don't care anymore. Sound familiar? If you just felt a little called out, no worries, bestie, you're not alone. What you just described, it has a name. People are calling it quiet quitting, and in 2026, it's basically become the vibe for an entire generation of American workers. But here's what nobody's telling you. Quiet quitting isn't laziness. It's not entitlement. It's not Gen Z being soft. It is a psychological response to a system that has been burning people out for decades. And today, we're going to talk about what's actually happening in your brain when you quiet quit, the real science behind it, and what you can actually do about it. Stay with me. This one might genuinely change how you see your job and yourself. Okay, real talk. Before we get into the psychology of this, let's talk about how massive this actually is, because I think a lot of people still think quiet quitting is just a TikTok trend. Gallup checked in 2026. 52% of American workers are not engaged at work. That's half of America's workforce. Half. Not a few disgruntled employees, not some niche internet thing. Half the country is mentally checked out at work. That employee disengagement is costing the global economy nearly $9 trillion a year. $9 trillion. And yet, what does corporate America say? They say workers are lazy. They say Gen Z doesn't want to work hard. They say people just need to be more resilient. Telling a burned out person to be more resilient is like telling someone who's drowning to just swim harder. That framing is not just wrong. It's gaslighting an entire workforce. And psychology has a lot to say about why. Let's get into it. So let's actually define this properly, because the media has been completely fumbling the bag on this one. Quiet quitting does not mean you literally quit your job. What it means is, you stop going above and beyond. You do exactly what's in your job description. Nothing more, nothing less. You stop answering emails at 11 p.m. You stop skipping lunch to finish that report. You stop hustling yourself into the ground for a company that doesn't notice or care. And from a psychology standpoint, there's a very specific name for what causes this. It's called occupational burnout. Dr. Christina Maslach, literally the leading expert on burnout in the world, defines it as a state of chronic stress that leads to physical and emotional exhaustion, cynicism, detachment, and feelings of ineffectiveness. In other words, you didn't just get tired. Your nervous system literally gave up trying. And here's the wild part. Burnout doesn't happen overnight. It builds, slowly, through what psychologists call 4 stages. First is the enthusiasm phase. You start the job hyped. You go above and beyond. You volunteer for everything. You drink the company Kool-Aid. This is actually where burnout begins planting its seeds, because overextension is the first domino. Second phase is the stagnation phase. You start realizing your hard work isn't being rewarded. The promotion didn't come. The raise was minimal. Your ideas get ignored. You feel stuck, and you start pulling back, subconsciously. Third phase is the frustration phase. Now you're actively questioning why you're there. Resentment sets in. You start counting down the clock. This is full-blown quiet quitting territory. Your brain is protecting you from more pain. And fourth phase is the apathy phase. You've fully detached. Work is just a paycheck. You feel nothing. No pride, no ambition, no connection. This is the final stage, and without intervention, this is where people physically quit or stay forever feeling hollow. Let me tell you about 3 real people, because this isn't abstract. This is your coworker, your sister, maybe you. Tyler graduated top of his class, got a lit offer from a mid-sized tech company. He worked 60-hour weeks for 2 years straight, took pride in being the guy who always delivered. Then the company did layoffs and cut the entire team Tyler had just trained for 3 months. His work? Gone. No acknowledgement, just a Slack message saying, restructuring. Tyler told me, The day I found out, something switched off in my brain. I still showed up, but I stopped caring. I did exactly what my job description said, not one word more. Tyler wasn't being lazy. His brain had learned a painful lesson. Effort doesn't guarantee safety. That's a trauma response, not an attitude problem. Amara was the type to answer emails at midnight. She mentored 3 junior employees, led 2 campaigns simultaneously, and never once said no to her boss. For 3 years. Then she got passed over for a VP role, which went to someone from outside the company. She was absolutely gutted. Her therapist later told her she had been experiencing something called invisible labor syndrome, doing enormous emotional and professional work that goes completely unrecognized. After that, Amara made a choice. I started treating my job like my job treats me. Transactional. She's still there, but she no longer bleeds for the company. She quiet quit, and her mental health improved dramatically. Jordan works 45 hours a week at $19 per hour. Their rent is $1,400 per month. They watch their parents work themselves to exhaustion, only to have retirement accounts wiped out in 2008. Jordan told me straight up, "Why would I give 110% to a company that can fire me tomorrow without a second thought? I do my job, I go home. My worth is not my productivity." That's not laziness. That's a generation that did the math, and the math didn't add up. Jordan isn't burned out yet, but they've already made a rational choice about how much of themselves to give. And honestly, the psychology backs them up. 3 different people, 3 different paths, same outcome. And the common thread? The system failed them first. Okay, so now that we've established that, yes, burnout is real, it's serious, and half of America is dealing with it, what do you actually do about it? I'm not going to give you some basic, take a bubble bath and drink more water advice. I'm going to give you stuff that's actually rooted in psychology. Let's get into it. Research from the University of California shows that labeling your emotional state, actually saying, "I am burned out," activates the prefrontal cortex and reduces the intensity of the feeling. This is called affect labeling. The simple act of naming what's happening gives you back some sense of control. Don't just vibe in the suffering, name it. This isn't just self-care fluff. Burnout researcher Dr. Brené Brown says boundaries are the most compassionate thing you can do, for yourself and others. Start small. No work emails after 7 p.m. Lunch breaks are actually breaks. Your days off are yours. These aren't luxuries. They are psychological necessities. Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, built an entire branch of psychology around the idea that meaning is the most powerful motivator a human can have. Ask yourself honestly, is there still something meaningful here? Or have I outgrown this place? Both answers are valid, but you need to know which one is true for you. Whether that's a therapist, a career coach, or a trusted mentor, don't white-knuckle this alone. Burnout that goes unaddressed doesn't just fade, it compounds. And if therapy feels like a stretch financially, platforms like Open Path Collective offer sessions starting at $30. Your mental health is worth the investment. Sometimes the environment is genuinely toxic. Not every job is fixable. And staying somewhere that is actively destroying your mental health, no matter how good the paycheck is not a flex. It's a slow emergency. Quiet quitting can be a temporary coping mechanism, but it is not a long-term solution. Give yourself permission to plan your exit if you need to. You are not a machine. You are not a resource. You are a human being, and your mental health matters more than any quarterly report. All right, I gotta ask, where are you at right now? Are you in the quiet quitting zone? Are you full-on burned out? Or are you one of the lucky ones who actually loves what you do? Drop it in the comments. No judgment, I promise. I read every single one. And if this video described someone you know, a friend, a partner, a coworker, send it to them. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for someone is help them feel less alone in what they're going through. If you're new here, welcome to the family. Every week I break down real psychology, the stuff that actually affects your everyday life, without all the academic mumbo-jumbo. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it.